Hello, today I'm going to talk about the air pollution I'm taking in. The main point about this PPT is two, the internal problem and external problem of air pollution. Today's issue regarding the air pollution, there is some competition between Democrats and Republicans. Democrats argue that climate change is an urgent threat and a defining challenge of our time. Compared to the Democrats, Republicans says that politics on the climate control have a negative impact on U.S. economy and climate change is Chinese political agenda. So what is the indoor air pollution? According, according to the dictionary, indoor air pollution is it refers to the physical, chemical, and biological characteristics of air in the indoor environment with a home, building, or an institution or commercial facility. The statement below is the contaminant of air pollution. These contaminants can be seen in our life. In developing countries in their air pollution, this chart shows that the rate of household air polluting deaths is 1.02 million in South Asia in 2016. Compared to the developing countries, developed countries such as North America, Western Europe records only 850 and 3,941. This means that developing countries are more serious than developed countries regarding the indoor air pollution. These charts also show the seriousness of indoor air pollution in developing countries. Mm, The reason for indoor air pollution in developing countries are using soil fuels. Because of the economic state of the world, they cannot use the natural gases because it is very expensive to install or maintain. So they are still using the soil food, but it is too serious regarding the indoor air pollution. The reason for indoor air pollution in developed countries are using the volatile organic components and semi-volatile organic components. Volatile organic components are such as benzene, toluene, or formaldehyde, and semi-volatile organic components are pesticides. These materials causes disease such as allergies or respiratory diseases. There are some solutions to solve this problem. First is the law. In Korea Act, the Indoor Air Quality Management Act. In some experiments, the researcher find three ways to solve this problem. First is source control. It uses the low emission building materials. Second is built-in control. It does natural and mechanical ventilation. Third, the air cleaning control. It uses the air cleaning devices. Among these three, the experiment results that natural ventilation is most effective. This is the Japanese law, building sanitation maintenance law. These contents are the law regulation regarding this. This kind of measurement should take every 2 months. And using the non-solid fuels such as biogases and LPG and natural gases. As I mentioned before, it costs a lot to install, so I think the developing countries have to help developing countries to install this kind of non-solid fuels, or government have to pay some money for citizens. Also, placing the house plants, such as aloe or bamboo plants act like a filter system so people can breathe in a fresh air in the house. And turn the furnace power, the UV light cleans 90% of bacteria and mold spores. And purchase eco-friendly paint and furniture. These contents show that how effective the paint and furniture is. And regarding the outdoor air pollution, the Korea's fine dust is the most way to show the seriousness. Recently, fine dust is one of the serious problems in the South Korea. Like like the picture, there are many uses like regarding the fine dust. And this fine dust is the one of the example of outdoor air pollution. The contaminant and effect to human is same as the indoor air pollution. Regarding this, Korea is surveying to reduce the fine dust. First is the Comprehensive Action Plan on Fine Dust. In power generation sector, it prohibits and regulates the new coal-fired power plants and plant emissions. In industry sector, total emission control is extended from Seoul to Chungcheong, Dongnam, and Gangyang. In transportation sector, Ministry of Environment encourages citizens to use eco-friendly vehicles such as electric and LPG-based cars. In international cooperation sector, fine dust issues have to be upgraded to ministerial level by communication with China and Japan. Regarding the fine dust solution in Korea, there are some ways to improve that. The government has to focus more on specific groups such as pregnant people, children, and workers who work near the factory. There are 6.8% more exposed to the fine dust compared to the normal people. Also, the South Korea have to learn from the other countries. The environment chart shows that Finland, Switzerland, and United Kingdom are the countries where the air pollution is almost zero. In Finland, the technology regarding the environment is improving, so we have to learn the technologies from them. Also, Switzerland are good at regulations and law. The United Nations Framework Convention in Climate Change and Kyoto Protocol says that they have to reduce GHG to average 50% of 1990 by 2030. And regarding the United Kingdom, there is policies regarding the teachers, but this has a lot of criticism, so we have to accept only the positive aspect of the law. In conclusion, we have to promise the three ways. That first is using the eco-friendly product, and regarding the we have to be careful for eco-friendly action, such as we do not use so much contaminant car or using the plastic things. Also, regarding the company, they have to promise the eco-friendly manufacturing system because even they make the eco-friendly product, they use some bad pollutant when making process. So if people promise these three things, we can live in a environmental world and clean world.